Lesson number 37, solve multi-step word problems. So a multi-step word problem is going to have more than one operation. It could have 2, 3, 4 different steps to get to the answer, all right? Now, when you're doing word problems, there's a little method that people like to use in math called cubes, all right? C-U-B-E-S. Now, what cube stands for is first, when you're looking at a problem, circle your numbers, all right? Circle your numbers. Next, underline the question. Now, this might seem silly, but a lot of times people just skip over the question and are answering stuff that's not in the question. So you always read that question once, read that question twice, underline it. All right. Really know what the question's asking. B, box keywords. So you're going to put a box around your key words. You know, if it says total or each, every, difference, whatever your keywords are, you're going to box them. Then this is very important. Eliminate extra info. E, eliminate extra information. A lot of word problems will throw numbers and other information at you to try to confuse you. All right. So after you circle your numbers, underline your question, and box your keywords, go back and eliminate the information that you do not need, because there will sometimes be extra information in there. And then last, take all that information together and solve it. So this is called the cubes method. Circle numbers, C, underline the question, U, box keywords, B, eliminate extra information, E, and finally, when you've done all that, solve, S, so called cubes. So let's look at this problem and apply that, okay? So Dante is installing 14 new windows in a house. It takes 4 hours to install each window. He has already installed 6. How long will it take him to finish the job? Well, first things first, let me circle my numbers. I got 14 new windows. I got 4 hours, and he's installed 6 windows. All right. Next thing, underline the question. What's the question asking? How long will it take him to finish the job? Again, how long will it take him to finish the job? We need some time. All right. So let's box some of our keywords. All right. Dante is installing 14 new windows of the house. It takes 4 hours to install each. Ooh, okay, each. He has already installed, meaning he's finished. All right. How long will it take him to finish the job? All right. So if we look to see to eliminate any extra information, I don't see any extra information. All the information here is relevant. So now what we need to do is solve it. All right. So again, it's multi-step. So what's our first step? Well, he's installing 14 new windows in a house. He's already installed 6. All right, well, if he's installing 14 and he's already installed 6, well, 14 minus 6 gives me 8. All right, so there's 8 windows left. Look in the middle, it says it takes 4 hours to install each window. Well, each is telling me it's a multiplication, so it takes 4 hours to install each window, and there's 8. That tells me that 4 hours times 8 windows gives me 32 hours. And if I look over here and see, oh, there we go. And it is 32 hours. All right, let's look at this problem. During vacation, Gloria took 112 photos with her phone and 56 photos with her camera. She later deleted several photos and kept just the best ones. Now she wants to create a photo album. If she puts 6 photos on each page, she can fill 20 pages exactly. How many photos did she delete? All right, well, let's go through our cubes. So C, first things first, circle our numbers. I got 112 photos and 56 photos. All right. Over here it says she puts 6 photos on each page. She can fill 20 pages. Okay. All right. Well, let's go back and underline my question. How many photos did she delete? Let's look at that again. How many did she delete? Okay. Well, let's box some keywords. All right. So she deleted, right? So that's telling me subtraction to get rid of, right? She deleted several photos and kept just the best one. If she puts 6 on each page, all right, each is telling me that's multiplication. She can fill 20 pages exactly. All right. Well, let's eliminate information. All right. There's no real numbers or anything to eliminate here. All right. So we'll just go ahead and go to solving this. All right. So let's look at the second part first. She put 6 photos on each page. She can fill 20 pages exactly. All right. So let's see how many she has right now. So if she's got 6 photos on each page times 20 pages, all right, she's left with 120 photos. So that's how many photos she has right now. But it said she eliminated some. So let's go back and see how many she started with. Well, it says she took 112 photos with her phone and 56 with her camera. Okay, well, I'm going to add that together because that tells me how many photos she took total. So that gives me 168. So if she started 168 and she deleted some and she has 120 now, well, let's find out what that difference is. So if she started with 168 and she has 120 now, well, that means she deleted 48 photos. All right, let's look at the next problem. 23 employees and 2 managers at a company picnic want to play volleyball. There are 5 members on a volleyball team. Which equation can be used to find how many teams they can make? All right, so let's go through our cubes method. Ready? So first, all right, 23 employees, 2 managers. All right, there are 5 members on a team. Okay. All right, now let's go and underline our question. Which equation can be used to find how many teams they can make? Notice it's saying which equation can be used. You're not actually solving this. All right, that's a big mistake because you're just going to want to go ahead and solve this. No, it's not asking you to solve it. You just need to be able to write the equation. All right, so let's go through and box some keywords again. All right, so we have equation. All right, telling us that we just need to find out what it looks like. All right, so eliminate extra information. I don't see any extra information, so let's go ahead and solve it. All right, so first things first, we got 23 employees and 2 managers, all right, that want to play volleyball. So I'm going to add those together, all right. Now, because I'm adding it together first, I'm going to put parentheses around it, all right. And then it says there are 5 members on a team. All right, well, then now I need to split this up, right? Because there's 5 on a team. I've got 23 plus 2, and I'm going to divide by that 5. And that tells me the number of teams. Now, the reason why I use the parentheses there, because if I don't, it's going to look like it's 23 plus 2 divided by 5, and you do the 2 divided by 5 first. No, we want to add the number of workers first, all right? So looking at this, we get 23 plus 2. Then we divide by 5. Now let's look at one final problem. Okay, sorry. Let's look at one final problem. All right. So, again, I'm going to write cubes over here. All right. Just kind of as a reminder. All right. So, Daryl works 40 hours each week. He was making $14 per hour. He got a raise of $1.50 an hour. If he puts half of his raise in savings, how much will he save each week? Okay. Well, let's look what we got. Let's circle some numbers. He works 40 hours a week, all right, making $14 an hour, $1.50 an hour, okay? Now let's underline the question, all right? If he puts half of his raise in savings, how much will he save each week? Now, read that again a second time, all right, because it looks kind of tricky. If he puts half of his raise in savings, how much will he save each week? So we got to read this question twice because at first we just want to figure out how much total he's putting in savings, but it's not telling us that. It's telling us only half of his raise in savings. So let's look at box some keywords. $40 each week, all right, each week. He's making $14 per hour. He got a raise, because that's what the question is asking, of $1.50 an hour. If he puts, oh, sorry, I forgot a number before, half, sorry there. If he puts half of his savings, of his raise in savings, how much will he save each week? Okay, so let's eliminate some extra information. So notice the question says if he puts half of his raise in savings. Well, so we only need to know that his raise is $1.50 an hour. What do we not need to know? We don't know he was making $14 an hour. I'm going to eliminate that. Because again, we're not worried about the total. We're worried about just his savings. And his savings was just $1.50 an hour. So I eliminate the $14. That doesn't matter. So what do I have now? Well, first things first, what's half of $1.50? All right. So because he's saving half of his raise. So 150 divided by 2, okay, gives me 0.75 or 75 cents. Well, okay, so 75 cents per hour. Well, he's working 40 hours per week. So 40 times 0.75 gives me 30. So how much is he saving from his half his raise? Well, he's saving $30 each week.